I know most brands watching this are stoked to blow up their clothing brand in 2026, but the sad truth is that most of them aren't, because they're not going to understand what I have to share in this video. Because this video is for clothing brand owners who are actually smart and can handle some advanced game that I'm going to throw at you. The information that I'm going to share with you over the next 10 to 15 minutes is literally too deep for most clothing brand owners, because most entrepreneurs in this space are just way too surface level. They'll never understand this or get it. How do I know what I'm talking about? I've done over $1 million in online sales, $70,000 months. I run 2 clothing brands at the same time, been in this space for 10 years, and I've worked with over 500 clothing brands one-on-one. All you need to do is sit back, relax, crack a Diet Pepsi or whatever it is that you drink, maybe a coffee, and enjoy. Okay, so whether you've started a clothing brand already or you're planning on starting one in the future, I'm gonna lay out for you exactly the experience that will take place. I'm gonna lose probably a lot of you when I say this, but the real ones will stick around and just take this in. What if I told you that the real issue with most clothing brands that are starting up is ego? Now I'm gonna go really deep here, so I need you to kind of give me some runway with this just so that I can get down there. But there's this issue with clothing brands that I see come up over and over and over again. And it's literally like an epidemic. Every single new brand owner has this, except for the rare few super self-aware and intelligent brand owners that get around this, where they project their own sense of entitlement onto their brand in practically every way possible. You know how like everywhere you go, you kind of feel like you're the center of the universe, like all eyeballs are on you and all of the attention's on you all the time, even though nobody gives a flying about you or anything that you're doing. But you kind of like walk through the mall, you think everybody's looking at you, you're kind of somewhat self-conscious all the time. This same psychological phenomenon is what's being projected onto your brand. You think that when you launch your brand, all eyeballs are just going to be on your brand. It's going to be like this attention vacuum just on your brand. And what you realize after you launch is that nobody gives a shit unless you're offering them value. Now follow this. There's this really harsh reality that you're facing that has absolute gold at the bottom of it if you're willing to see it and open your eyes to actually look at it. Because what most brand owners do is they launch their brand, they don't get the results that they want, nobody's really just swarmed to their brand, they didn't just get like 100,000 followers overnight, their clothing brand's not blowing up. Then what do? They say, oh well, it must be other people just not seeing the value in my brand, or the Instagram algorithm's just out to get me, I can't get any views because the algorithm's holding me down and I'm shadow banned. Okay, this is a defense mechanism. You're trying to protect your ego to make yourself feel good, make yourself feel like your brand is the shit and nobody else can see it or something's holding you back. When in reality, your brand hasn't done enough work to deserve the views, the followers, the sales. You haven't truly stepped outside of thinking about yourself all the time, because all you're thinking about is your own success, the amount of money that you want to make, how rich you're going to be, how cool you're going to be when you become successful. And you haven't stepped outside of your own head and actually thought about other people and what they might want and how to deliver that. And so you arrive at this place, man, where most clothing brand owners just give up. They say, oh, like, there just wasn't any eyeballs on my brand, people just weren't seeing it, or the Instagram algorithm's holding me down, or all of these excuses, when in reality, they hadn't even really started. They hadn't started because they hadn't been proactive about pushing their brand to the world at all. So they never really even gave their brand a chance in the real world at getting any potential harsh criticism or feedback, so that you could change and sculpt your brand in a way that's genuinely offering value. They've never put out content regularly enough for their brand that would even justify getting any results. So in my eyes, when I see this, I say, this brand hasn't even tried. Like, they don't even know if they could become successful yet until you develop systems and you've gotten out of this paradigm where everything's sort of owed to me. It's this feeling of entitlement, this feeling of being the center of the universe, and you just let all that go. And when you let all that go and you realize that human beings all feel like they're the center of the universe at the same time, and it's about getting in front of that feeling and then offering them something that makes them feel like the center of the universe, and being one of the few people that's not just self-focused and is actually focusing on the other people to give them what they want. Now, this is all just a prelude before the main value that I'm sharing with you here, which is that your brand is nothing without systems. Systems are about process orientation rather than results orientation. So if you're process oriented, this means you're doing something repeatably and you're removing the emotion from it. So this is why systems force truth and they remove all the excuses. Without having any systems in place for your brand, everything just feels ambiguous. It's like, oh, well, just a weird week. You know, this usually works, or like, you know what, the market's kind of off this week, when they haven't done anything. And this is why systems expose to you what's truly working and what's not. And most founders don't avoid systems because they're hard. I think most founders avoid systems because they expose reality. And when you're being consistent, you have a system in place, it exposes to you the areas of your brand that you truly need to work on that aren't getting results, so that you have to go into it and fix them to get better results. And this is so key to recognize. What's the alternative to this? To having a system in place? What most brands view as the alternative is, well, I'll launch my brand and word of mouth will take over and everything's just gonna become successful, which is a complete delusion and basically impossible for your brand. So the only way to truly make this work for your brand in 2026 or whatever the hell year it is to make a system. Now at this point you might be thinking, Rob, you've teased me enough. Take me to the promised land. I believe you. Okay, I need a system in place for my brand. What is that system that will crush? And I'm gonna share with you that in the second half of this video. But first, I wanna let you know that if you're a brand owner, you likely need designs. I wanna let you know about the sponsor of this channel, design.com. Pop open a new tab, go to design.com/Rob88, type in whatever sick idea you have for a design, hit enter. Thousands of designs are gonna come up. You don't have to like them all, but maybe you like one of them. You click on it, you can edit it, refine it as long as you want for free until it's perfect. This is a sick way to make designs if you're not a designer yourself. Check it out at design.com/Rob88 and you'll get 88% off the checkout. All right, let's bring all of this home here in the second half of this video. I want to explain to you the systems that you need for your clothing brand to just blow away all the other brands. Okay, your brand is going to be like night and day better than all the other brands out there. And I want you to write this down so that you can even just understand that you need this, and then you can work on it as you go. But the systems that you need for your brand, number one is a content system. You're gonna need to make posts for your brand on TikTok and on Instagram. This is just inevitable. If for any clothing brand, you just need to be getting your brand out there to show that you're alive, to get some exposure and to try and blow this thing up so that you're not just running ads. And so rather than just doing all of this randomly whenever you feel like it, pick a day once a week and shoot all of your content at once. Do that every single week and remain consistent with it. I'm gonna leave that on you to do and to stick to, because there's really nothing I can do from over here to like choke you and be like, get out there and do this thing right now. But just recognize that the more you take the guesswork out of it and you stick to a schedule where every week you shoot all of your content, you get it all done, you've got all of your ideas, you bang it out, you draft those videos, and then the next week you do the same thing, regardless of how you're feeling, you just do it over and over again. That's how you're gonna remain consistent with it. And then if your content doesn't perform all of that well all the time, now you can see clearly, remember, we're looking at the reality here, which of your content works and which of your content doesn't work. And this might be hard for some brand owners to see, but who gives a shit? Because at the end of the day, remember, this isn't just about you becoming a multimillionaire and stuff. It's about trying to hone in on the content that your audience is gonna find valuable. And when you do that, it's gonna become a win-win scenario where they're getting value, they're seeing your clothing brand, they're finding it, and you're getting value. The second system to have in place for your clothing brand is an ads system. There's a system to running ads that makes sure that you're staying on top of it, you're optimizing, you're getting a better and better return on your ad spend, and there's a way to do this that takes all the guesswork out of it. This is where you're consistently testing new creatives, you're scaling the winners, and you're killing the losers. If you wanna go deeper into this exact system, in my last video, your 30-day plan, at the end of it, I go super deep into how to do this for your brand using ads. The third system is a design and drop system. So if you zoom out and you look at your brand over the course of a year, there's gonna be regular periods through that year where you're gonna wanna drop new products, where you're gonna wanna come out with new designs, and you wanna be doing this regularly, turn it into a system that you're doing consistently every single year to constantly have some turnover and have some growth for your brand. A design system could be something like coming up with 5 new designs every month, posting those mock-ups to your Instagram story, looking at the engagement, and then only dropping the winners. The drop system is as simple as just deciding when you want to release new products for your brand. As an example, for my lifestyle clothing brand K-Bud, which represents small town Canada, we'd only do 2 drops every year, but we stuck to this every single year. We'd release new products every fall, and every spring, because in Canada here, fall and winter kind of tie together with the hoodies and the more cold weather stuff, and then in the spring it was all the summer stuff. Another way to systematize and take out all of the confusion and stress around all of this is an order packing system. Every day you pack a certain amount of orders with the same setup and the same steps. It takes out all the confusion from it, and you get it set up so that it's just a system you do regularly. And then another important one would be a customer support system, where you don't really ever miss emails that are coming in for your brand. And maybe you answer those emails once every 48 hours. You check your email at the same time every morning, and it just makes sure that no emails get past you. You're always handling refunds. You're always getting back to people fast enough. Now, I know like this might seem like a lot, and yes, it is 100% easier to just be lazy and not have anything really going on for your brand consistently in sort of a structure. It's 100% easier to just sleep in, only do things when you feel like it, 1000%. But what I'm sharing with you here really isn't that hard to do. Technically speaking, it's pretty easy to just pick one day every week and shoot content to get it done for the week. But doing it is the challenge here. And another thing that you might not realize watching this is just how rare this is for most startup clothing brands. Like, most people do not do this. They don't understand that this is a huge unlock to their brand becoming successful, because now you're taking it all into your own hands. You're being proactive. You're not in this delusional, grandiose world where you think your brand just deserves some sort of results just out of the entitlement because your brand exists, and instead you're recognizing that you need to get this thing out there, you need to push it to the world, and through doing this, you're gonna get those results, and it's gonna be so fulfilling and so satisfying for you. You know, sometimes I wish I wasn't an old man with gray hair sharing this with you, and I was some like young 22-year-old kid with tattoos in the thumbnail that looked really sick running a streetwear brand so that you'd click on those thumbnails, because I feel like this information is just so damn good. And it took me a long time to really learn all of this, and sharing this wisdom with you and this experience gives me so much energy and fires me up so much. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. Drop your brand in the comments below. I love to check with the brands that are watching. And if you need some help with your brand, you want to work with me and a community of other brand owners, check out the Apparel Success Mastermind. There's a link in the description below. We're a chill group of brand owners that share strategies with each other. We hop on a call once a month, talk about what's working, what's not working. It's honestly just a good time. We're not like some corporate weird entrepreneur group. But yeah, join that if you want. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.